Hi, I'm Lorian, and this is Colin. We're geeks. We're a geek family, and I am here to talk to you today about a game you've never heard of called Guardians. This game came out in 1995. It was only around briefly, although there were 3 expansions for the game. It came out during the Magic the Gathering days, and though it was renowned for the quality of its art, that's about what it was known for. The game is also known for kind of a steep learning curve with the rules, and I think that's why it didn't become more widely available. But the other day, my kids were talking about their Pokemon cards, and they were showing me how some cards have art that bleeds past the regular bounding box and goes to the edge of the card. And I said to them, wow, you guys, like there was a game that I used to collect back in the day called Guardians, and it did that too. It had that really cool thing where the creatures like kind of popped out of the creature box. And so I went on Google Images and I showed them some Guardians, and then I did what any self-respecting adult geek would do. I went to eBay. And sure enough, there were some cards there. Not so much anymore because I scooped them up in a very impulsive spending splurge. But here they are.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, so my husband kind of raised an eyebrow and said, what are you doing? But he knows me well enough at this point to know that I kind of do this.
We're going to do it with Pokemon cards.
Short attention span theater. I am definitely not doing this with Pokemon cards. Well, if you save up your allowance, you can do it with Pokemon cards.
I'm not going to save my allowance to get like 4 tins, 6 tins, and like 25.
Tins are a ripoff. You need to buy booster boxes. That's where the money's best spent. Anyway, so back in the day, it was my mom and my brother and I, and we were sort of into Magic the Gathering as casual players. And through the course of going to the card shops for the Magic cards, we also discovered Guardians at the time. And I have to say, we never actually played it. We really collected a lot of the cards. My mom actually has a shirt from Guardians, and I think I had one too, but I really have no idea how we got those. I can't remember.
I wish you didn't leave it at your old house.
Well, I mean, I never expected to be suddenly back into Guardians, but she kept it. So when I have her over, we're going to talk Guardians, and I'm going to have her wear her shirt. She actually still has it.
I know.
Yeah, which is amazing.
The Frog King.
Yep, Plugak.
How do
the
you
Frog King.
remember that?
Because back then the brain wasn't getting old.
Oh, yeah.
I remember a lot of things from the 80s and 90s. Like the Vanilla Ice song, I can do that.
Do it.
No, not right now. I'll do that later. That's a whole different video. And I definitely need a glass of wine to do that. So, and my mom, by the way, was a super good sport. And we'll talk about that when I have her on. But, so I had these cards. Loved the art, collected them for the art, never actually played the game because that's just how it was. And then I kind of forgot about it and remembered it when my kids did this thing talking about the art popping out of the border. So I picked up a whole bunch of this stuff and I'm going to be opening it. But more importantly, I figured because when this game came out in 1995, YouTube was not a thing. And YouTube Let's Plays were certainly not a thing. So there's no resource. When you go to YouTube, there's nothing to tell you how to play this. And that's one thing that the internet has really, really brought to benefit gamers. A lot of these games, like if Guardians had come out in the era of YouTube, things might have been different.
Yeah, like there would be a lot of Let's Plays because this was a hit when
Yeah, so if people had some help learning how to play it.
And then you would know how to play it right now. So.
Yeah, and they might have had a bigger run of the 2 expansions, Drifters Nexus and Necropolis Park, and I might actually own some.
I wonder if these cards were good, because
I don't know, and I'm not...
No.
What we need to do is go and look at how the booster packs are stacked for rarity, because I don't know. And let's be honest, all these cards are rare. The commons are rare at this point.
It says the type right here, like it's gonna be.
Well, that's the type. So he's a giant, but
and he's
Vitality 14.
And he has a big belly.
He does have a big belly, but he gets to because he's a giant. And you best not trash talk that or he'll kick your butt.
+4 vitality in the dry heaps.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing about Guardians is not just the art, but it's also known for its sense of humor. It was fun. You want to look for your two. Yeah, there's that one.
There's this one. We got beer, and we
Yeah.
got beer equals babes. The babes.
Listen.
Yeah.
Beer does not equal babes. That's called beer goggles. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to do the typical unboxing where I open up the packs and stuff. I'm going to talk about other things related to Guardians that, this kind of brings up for me as far as memories. But it's just kind of special that the game stuck in my head to the point that, I knew the name of the frog on the t-shirt,
How is that possible?
It just is
You know
because...
the name of that big dragon?
Well, no.